Hey everybody, and thank you so much for joining me today here on Blind Whiskey Reviews. As promised, I am bringing you the 5 bonus shootouts from the Distillery Wars series. If you didn't catch it, I talked about it quite a bit in the live stream wrap-up I did. I'll link that up here if you want to check it out. But there was a snafu with the bracket, which caused me to have to shoot a bunch of extra footage of shootouts, some of which I needed, some of which I didn't. So I've got a bunch of extra shootouts, 5 in total, coming your way between the same iconic whiskeys we've had in our Distillery Wars series. So hopefully you guys will enjoy these. This same clip of video is going to lead in every video to explain it. So if you see this again, don't worry, it's not deja vu. You have not necessarily seen this before. I'm using the same clip of video to lead into all 5 shootouts. Hopefully you enjoyed the Distillery Wars series. I will link the playlist up here in case you didn't catch it and you're just catching this one. Hopefully you enjoy all the bonus footage, and let's get to the shootout. So, you guys can see what these are. I have no clue. Let's get into these guys. Big light fruit on the nose. A little bit of red apple, like that juicy red apple. A little cinnamon, a little vanilla. Maybe there isn't cinnamon. I thought I got a hint of it for a second there, but I can't find it now. It's a bit of like a honey sweetness. And a little bit of red fruit. Smells good. Let's move into this one. This one's got a little nuttiness on the nose. Definitely some of those light fruit characters too. The apple, the pear. Vanilla. Touch that like oaky vanilla kind of quality. That one smells good too. All right, let's get into the taste. Cheers. So right now, not tasting quite as sweet on the palate as it did smell on the nose. Those light fruits aren't coming across too well just yet, but that was the first sip. Let's get another one in. So a little bit more of the sweetness coming through now. A touch of that light fruit. Mid palate though, it kind of turns pretty bitter on you pretty quick, and it stays relatively bitter and tannic throughout. You definitely get a decent amount of that oak character. You don't really taste the oak so much, but you feel the oak, that tannic bitterness kind of quality to it. There's a little vanilla in there, a little caramel, even a touch of citrus, but it's staying pretty bitter. All right, let's move on to number 6 over here. This one smells richer on the nose to me than this one does. This one feels like it's probably like a 90-ish proof whiskey. I mean, obviously they're all mainly 90, but I'm feeling like this is more toward the bottom of the range. So definitely more sweetness here, more of that light fruit. Mid palate, it really switches into this nutty character. Very, very like peanutty, nutty character. I mean, tastes like Jim Beam. So I'm assuming this is probably Knob Creek. The only thing that's throwing me from saying 100% certainty this is Knob Creek, although it tastes that way, is there's not a lot of heat. And not that 100 proof whiskey is going to be super in your face, but there just isn't that big blast of power that I would expect the 100 proof whiskey to have, or something that I'm feeling is a little bit lower. It's got more flavor, a little bit more of a heat, a little bit more of a burn, but not as much as I would expect from 100 proof whiskey, but still, it really does taste like Jim Beam. So as we've been doing in these videos, I'm going to continue to taste these a little bit, go back and forth a bit, do a little bit side by side, adding, drinking a little bit of water, this, that, and the other. I won't bore you with any of that. We're going to speed all this up, and I will come back, give you my final notes, and give you my decision on which one of these whiskeys is the winner. All right, so tasted these guys back and forth a little bit. They're both really good whiskeys. And again, all these whiskeys in the shootout are good whiskeys, so I guess that's a stupid thing to say. But they're both good whiskeys. This guy has some good flavors, but for me, it's lacking a little bit. And it's not just because I think there's a proof difference here, but this one, it isn't quite as complex. It doesn't bring the same amount of flavor that this one does. And again, I think proof probably has something to do with that. But I think the real crux here is the complexity of the whiskey. There is just more flavors here to search through and dig through and find. And this one is a little bit unbalanced at the moment. It's got a little bit of extra bitterness on it that I wish it would sweeten up just a touch at the end. It stays right now it's staying just a touch bitter, and I wish it would just be a touch sweeter for the finish, and that would really help it be a more balanced whiskey in this sense. So my winner is number 6. You guys know what it is. Again, it's on the screen somewhere. You guys know who the winner is. So number 6 will be moving on in our Whiskey Wars, Distillery Wars shootout. Now, I don't know where we're at. I don't know if this was the winner's bracket or the loser's bracket. So this whiskey is potentially eliminated. However, if this is one of the winner's bracket matches, this whiskey will be moving on down in the loser's bracket to continue on and have another chance to win coming up here. So again, I don't know where I'm at in the shootout. I never will know where I'm at in the shootout, which is part of the fun of the whole thing. I don't want to know. I just want to taste whiskeys and tell you which one I think is better. So today, number 6 is the winner. So thank you very much for watching me today. As always, you can catch me on Instagram and Twitter at blind_reviews. You can also catch me on Instagram at Mission Bottle Kill, and you can send me an email at blindwhiskeyreviews, that's whiskey with an E, @gmail.com. And until next time, cheers.